Africa can develop on this by constantly engaging at the AU level. The African leaders need to be in constant touch with one another to get the feedback from their countries so as to synergize and agree on a collective growth across Africa. From the member countries, I would expect them to work closely with the communities, with the people, indigenous people, to get to hear from them what actually is their need, what do they want, and how can they also, what do they bring to the table? Because their takeaways also matters. We need to hear from them. It's one thing government will sit in the comfort of their offices, bring up policies and expect every other person to go well with it. And it's another thing for the government to go down to the grassroots, to the communities where it matters most and listen to them. And by so doing, the communities will come up with ideas of what they want in an attempt to contribute towards the development of their region and the country, by extension, the continent at large. The fiscal policies that can bring about this inclusive growth we are talking about, I said, is by bottom-up approach. Let's get to the people, individual communities, get their needs, get their buy-in, get them on board. What do you want actually? To some communities is the issue of water. To some communities is the issue of access road. They have water, they have access road. To some communities is the issue of good health facilities. So when you get to hear from various communities and get their buy-in, you'll be able to sit down at the center and come up with good policies that will address the needs of such communities to promote inclusive growth in Africa. We're trying to bring up, to hide behind the issue of resources in an attempt to do the right thing. But at most of times it takes very little. Very little, yeah. We have given an example of my country. We have government at the center, at the regional, and at the local government level. So the government closer to the people at the local government can go to sit with the people with very little or no cost and then translate. It's all about the issue of coordination. When we're coordinated from the region to the grassroots and the center, it will be all encompassing. So we need very little, but if we are starting to sit from the center, that will be more cost effective. It will be more costly, but then we can do away with that, given the limited resources we have, by getting the local authorities working directly with the people, and that will cost a little. So it's a kind of another way of going around the limited resources to achieve results. The support coming from outside the continent, I think, is the same way. We should avoid it being concentrated too much at the center. We should go down to where it is needed the most. And that brings us back to the issue of getting to work with the communities from the first place to get to know what they want. And when the resources comes, we channel it to the proper place where it is needed. And we'll have enormous result at the end of the day.